Real clap. Okay, the third muscle of the rotator cuff is called the teres minor, and it's quite a small but strong, quite a relatively thick muscle. It arises just underneath the free edge of the infraspinatus. So I'm drawing this. It's attaching to the lower portion of the scapula, and then it runs underneath the infraspinatus and then tucking out like that, and it wraps around the lateral portion of the humerus, forming the back and the sort of the posterior and the lateral part of the rotator cuff. The tendon comes right round like that. This really has one trigger, and the trigger is here. And this again you'll find is a relatively common trigger, and what people describe is pain either locally, or it refers the pain out to the side of the shoulder here, in this area. And in the original Travell and Simon's book, this was described as silver dollar pain. And it's actually pain that's quite localized, felt over the lateral shoulder, and it's intense. It's quite intense. So this is a common place that you would find pain and discomfort with a rotator cuff issue, with triggers. And so the place you look for it is just above the top of the axilla, the posterior fold of the axilla, and you feel in here. Now you're getting into quite a big muscle bulk, and sometimes it's quite difficult to find this trigger. You have to kind of dig deep. The muscle fibers again are running in this direction, so what you do is you feel in. I've got one finger over the other. I'm running my finger back and forward. Oh, I think you've got something there. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
There, just there. And I can feel a trigger in this area. And it's a definite, as you go, you feel a little bump. It's about that big. And I'm on it. So, is that sore?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now what I do is I release the pressure and we wait until you feel nothing. How's that? Yeah. And I'm very, very careful that I keep my finger on the fullness that I can feel. If I move off it, I'm wasting everybody's time. But if I run back, so if I push a little harder, I'm back onto it. And now you relax and breathe, and I just slowly, so please let me know if it starts hurting. Is that sore?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm too fast. And oh, there we go. Is that comfortable now? Yeah. And so I just keep the pressure, and we talk and we discuss whatever we're talking about. I'm watching very carefully. We're just going nice and relaxed, increasing the pressure gently. Now I can feel it starting to soften under my finger. Is that sore now? Good. And it should just fade away. There we go. So now I'm pushing quite a lot harder. Is that sore?
Not really.
Cool. So there we go. So that is switching off, that's switching off the teres minor trigger, which is in this area. Common and important trigger, and remember, creating silver dollar pain. Now, I find ischemic pressure is the most accurate way of getting to this deeper trigger where you have all these other muscles around, but you could use cold, and the cold would work like this, starting from here, running through there, and just ending in his pain zone. You do 2 or 3 passes. The stretch for this muscle is actually to lift up and come across like that. And you can see how that stretches this muscle, just the angle of how the muscle works. And so you stretch it out to length, bring it back, heat, 5 minutes, nice red area, and stretch again. Very good.